Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please hit the subscribe, now this start video. After 3 years away from the ring, WWE Hall of Famer Nikki Bella returned to action as part of the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble. Months later, she resurfaced again to be part of a battle royal at WWE Evolution, then a singles match against Chelsea Green on WWE Raw. On the Raw recap, Nikki revealed her son Matteo as the motivation behind her recent in-ring comeback. He's honestly the main reason why I've wanted to come back, because, just like Trish, some of us who've been in this business for a long time and have pretty much done it majority of our life, when we have our children and they start to grow and gain these personalities and start to realize who they are, you want to share what made you, Nikki said. I want my son to be ringside and see what Mommy's made of, what Mommy's done her entire life. I want to have those moments. He is such a big reason of why I'm here. So far, Nikki's son has only seen her wrestle through a television screen. Looking ahead though, Nikki hopes to change that by bringing him ringside for one of her matches. There's nothing like being a mom, she added. He will always be first more than anything, but my goodness, to sit there and look at him, see me in the ring, that will be the highlight of my entire career, for my entire life. Much like Nikki, fellow WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus is a mother, in her case, of 2 children. Stratus also returned to in-ring competition this year, beginning with an appearance in the Women's Royal Rumble, then a tag bout alongside Tiffany Stratton at WWE Elimination Chamber. Most recently, she challenged Stratton for the Women's Championship at Evolution. After a remarkable hiatus that left fans wondering if she'd ever step between the ropes again, WWE Hall of Famer Nikki Bella stunned the world with her return to in-ring action in 2025. But this wasn't just a typical comeback. It was personal, powerful, and deeply emotional. Behind the ring gear, lights and roars of the crowd was something, or rather, someone, more meaningful than any championship gold. That someone is her 4-year-old son, Matteo. In an emotional sit-down on Raw recap, Nikki revealed that it was motherhood and a desire to share her legacy with her son that pulled her back to the squared circle. Her journey, much like that of fellow WWE legend Trish Stratus, has become one of generational storytelling, family pride, and the unshakable desire to remind the world, and their children, of who they are and what they've built. It had been over 3 years since Nikki Bella last competed in a WWE ring, her career seemingly closed after years of injury setbacks, health concerns, and the transition to motherhood. But when the countdown clock hit 0 at the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble and her entrance music blared through the arena, it was clear Nikki was back and she had something to prove. Her return wasn't just a brief cameo. It marked a new chapter, one she didn't even know she needed until she felt the rush of stepping through the ropes again. Wrestling has been my entire life, Nikki shared. It's given me so much: purpose, passion, resilience. But now, it's not just about me. I want Matteo to know what his mom did. I want him to see it, feel it, understand the fight and the fire that built our life. Many fans expected Nikki's Royal Rumble return to be a one-night-only affair, a pop for the crowd and a nod to the past. But she proved that this wasn't a nostalgia act. A few months later, she appeared at WWE Evolution, competing in a fiercely contested battle royal, one that drew attention not only for its competitive field, but also for the legends it featured. Nikki's presence stood out not only because of her star power, but also because she still wrestled with the hunger of someone with something to prove. That momentum carried over to WWE Raw, where she stepped into a high-profile singles match against Chelsea Green. The match showcased not just her technical resilience, but also a mental clarity and emotional edge we hadn't seen before. Being away gave me perspective, Nikki admitted. I had time to heal, not just physically but emotionally, and now I feel sharper than I ever have. During her Raw recap appearance, Nikki got candid about the true spark behind her WWE return, her son Matteo. He's honestly the main reason why I've wanted to come back, she said with a glowing smile, because, just like Trish, some of us who've been in this business for a long time and have pretty much done it most of our lives, when we have our children and they start to grow and gain these personalities and start to realize who they are, you want to share what made you, you. There was a deep pause before she added, I want my son to be ringside and see what mommy's made of, what mommy's done her entire life. I want to have those moments. He is such a big reason why I'm here. That desire to create tangible memories, not just stories told years from now, but real moments shared in real time, has driven Nikki to lace up her boots once more, this time with new stakes. For years, Nikki Bella chased titles, fame, and influence in the women's division, and she earned every accolade, from championship reigns to headline-making moments. But her current motivation is something even more sacred: legacy. I've done the red carpets, the shows, the media, she said. But the thought of my son watching me perform, being there live, cheering, clapping, that is the new pinnacle. That will be the highlight of my entire career, of my entire life. It's a sentiment shared by other superstar mothers who've returned to WWE, including Trish Stratus, whose own recent return to the ring mirrors Nikki's path. Nikki isn't the only Hall of Famer rewriting her legacy. Trish Stratus, a mother of two, also made her triumphant return to action this year, beginning at the Royal Rumble alongside Nikki. Following her return, Trish entered a tag team bout at WWE Elimination Chamber, partnering with rising star Tiffany Stratton. The partnership quickly turned into a rivalry, culminating in Trish challenging Stratton for the WWE Women's Championship at Evolution in one of the night's most emotionally charged matches. For fans, seeing two icons, both now mothers, dominating in the ring again was more than nostalgia. It was inspiration, proof that strength, resilience, and athleticism don't have an expiration date. I admire Trish so much, Nikki said. She's someone I looked up to from the beginning, and now we're both showing the world, and our children, what it means to be strong, driven women who never stop chasing their dreams. As of now, Matteo has only seen his mom wrestle through a screen, old footage, documentaries, and replays, but Nikki is determined to change that. I've dreamed of the moment he's sitting ringside, she said, holding back tears. To look out and see his little face in the crowd, cheering me on, that will be everything. That moment will live in my heart forever. For Nikki, it's not about main events or title belts. It's about her son seeing firsthand the woman she was before, and still is, the fighter, the trailblazer, the Bella twin who helped redefine women's wrestling. He will always be first more than anything, she added. But to look at him and see pride in his eyes, that will be the biggest win of my life. As 2025 rolls on, fans are wondering, is this just the beginning of a full-time Nikki Bella comeback? While WWE has yet to confirm if Nikki will compete regularly, her schedule hints at more appearances, perhaps a pay-per-view match, a tag team reunion with Bray, or even a high-stakes storyline building toward WrestleMania 41. Sources backstage report that Nikki has been training extensively and is in some of the best shape of her life, mentally and physically. Some even speculate that her recent match against Chelsea Green was a test run for a potential mini-feud or a symbolic passing of the torch. Could a championship run be in her future, or perhaps a WrestleMania farewell that includes her son in the front row? One thing's for certain, Nikki is back on her terms. For years, Nikki and her sister Brie Bella blazed trails for women in WWE, breaking barriers in an era that often sidelined female talent. They helped usher in a movement that led to the women's evolution, a rebranding of the division that brought equality, main events, and respect. Now, as Nikki returns to the spotlight with her own little one watching, that legacy evolves again. It's funny, Nikki mused, I spent so much of my life proving I belonged in this business. Now, I want to prove to my son that he can be anything, and that his mom never stopped fighting. It's a powerful reminder that the ring isn't just a stage for athletes. It's a place where identity, history, and dreams converge.